Giving them a break is nice and makes them like you more, but we don't know when that ETF will be released. We already have a lot of records. At this point, the other ETFs have become so big and liquid that it's not enough for them. Things are not going well. I feel bad for them. And I do need to thank them for making this all possible. They would not have all of this if they had not sued the CC. The markets were full of excitement as people waited for us officials to act, to accept Ethereum ETF products, which is a big change from a few weeks ago. With these hopes have come new price gains for both Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Possible goals have been mentioned, such as $1.80, $1,000 for Bitcoin. Michael van de Poppe, founder and CEO of MN Trading, said in his most recent study of X that he thinks the price will test $1.67, $1,500 or $68,000 before going further. He said that the changes in the market are caused by people hoping that the Ethereum ETF will be approved. In keeping with the bullish theme, well-known commentator Bitcoin.Ing said that Bitcoin would reach a goal price of $1.80,000 in May and then rise to a local high point of $1.95,000 the following month. He said that yes, $1.95,000 will last until June, but the sharp drop from this local high point will also happen in June, so the general timeline for this local high point hasn't changed. In his next talk, Bitcoin.Ing, who famously said that Bitcoin would reach new all-time highs before last month's block subsidy, said that a world top would happen in Q3 of this year. When I heard about it a little before the news came out, I almost fell off my chair. I thought at first, how does that make sense? Because everyone you talked to said the SEC hadn't said anything. I think silence is bad because in all the Bitcoin cycles they were quiet, then they were late, then they were silent, then they were late, and then they denied it. In this case, quiet means we're not doing this, we're doing this is linked to communication. So that's where our doubt came from. But I can't help but think that some of this was political. There's no doubt that this problem is getting away from one side. They might have thought, wow, this is going to be a big story if they say no, it will have legs. There are big asset managers interested, and they might be thinking that we can't be seen as so against crypto. That's my main point, everything else was about denial. The people I talked to were shocked too. This has been going on for a while with these people. So, I have to eat a lot of pie because I said that was a pretty bold thing to say. James Safer kept the odds at 25% though. To be honest, I would have gone to 10 or 5 maybe. He said no, just keep it at 25. We were only 25 years old though. Thanks, James. I think I can rest easy though. Since the beginning of the month, many stories have said that issuers think it doesn't look good. It wasn't just me, you know. There were many sources and opinions. So shocked. With that out of the way, I'm thrilled. If we were high on Bitcoin right then and there and they didn't agree, that would be a much more fun surprise. That would be awful. That's why I was for it. I like ETFs a lot. They can pretty much follow anything. I thought, this should happen, my only goal was to be right. It looked like the answer was no. To be honest, it sounds like they made the choice at the last minute. I'm not sure though, but for ETFs, they use flex options, which are options that are made just for you by someone else. They set up these choices in a certain way so that, over time, you can protect yourself from either the whole downside or just a part of it. It's another word for what he wants to happen. In a way, they're planning the result for you. For example, you'll get 10% of the gains, but that's all. You'll get more than 10%. But there will be no downside at all. For me, buffer ETFs are like senior candy because they're great for older people whose main goal is to hold on to their money. Since the bushes are built in, you never have to worry about them. I don't see the point if you're young. I believe that time is your defense. Everything will be fine if you just wait. But this might be good for older buyers who only have 7 years. This might be like low volatility Bitcoin or something where you can say you're still exposed but have a better idea of what will happen. Will people like it? I'm not sure because my guess is that the buffer ETFs are popular because they take important parts of your portfolio like your stocks and make you feel safe. A boomer with a 6040 split probably won't add Bitcoin at 1%. It's not like they want the whole meal there. It's just 1%. For me, the part about the hot sauce in Bitcoin is a benefit, not a bug. However, instability is a bad thing in the core of the portfolio where the real money for important things is kept. Some people find it so annoying that they get so nervous they'd rather switch to the buffer. We'll see. If you're putting a small amount of money into something risky, you probably want it to feel like you're expecting it and want to get the full return. People who are buying it now are probably 64 years old or older and think, if this goes up to $1 million, I don't want to miss out. You would miss out on a lot of it if you had a backup. That is the issue. So I'd say my forecast isn't very strong. There will be a lot of different things tried, and some will work, like the cover call one that I think is coming out or already came out. Maybe you'll see a gold Bitcoin pair that looks like short gold long Bitcoin or something. They're planning to do many things. Two will stay together. Some people will just come and go. Two will stay together.